Hello and happy Friday. Happy fabulous Free Coaching Friday. I am Vigil, your International Women's Empowerment Business and Professional Development Coach. And I'm super excited to be jumping back on board and doing our fabulously Free Coaching Friday programs where we talk a little bit about all things coaching, different topics. If you have a topic suggestion that you would like to know more information about, please post in the comments. Let me know that you are watching. Say hello. Comment below that you're watching live. Comment if you're watching replay. I think I shared this to the various groups. If I did not, then I will go ahead and share it when we have concluded with the program. So super excited today because I have something very, very exciting to share. I have been working on 2 new workbooks to be published in the next month, and the first one is already done. So super excited about that. And of course, the 7 Pillars of Wellness is now officially in print. I will post the Amazon link below. You can also buy it at the book patch, and then pretty soon it will be posted on the Women's Empowerment Coach.us website underneath the Library of Empowerment. So what is all of this about and why? Well, let me jump on over to the book. So the 7 Pillars of Wellness and how this relates to Fabulously Free Coaching Friday. Well, it is because it was one of the first programs that I developed when I started coaching women who were interested in improving their lives, improving their professional selves, improving the way they approached business and life and balancing all of those things. It was very important to me that I was finding that balance for myself, and to be able to then share out my own process and my own strategy with really phenomenal women was just something that was just so satisfying. And it was such a wonderful opportunity, not only for myself to learn and to grow personally, but then to share out these tools and these methods of growth and self-improvement and personal empowerment and self-reflection that really, really provided a wonderful opportunity for me to find a greater sense of happiness in my life. So when I developed the 7 Pillars of Wellness, I was doing a lot of self-improvement study, and I was trying to think about what were the different aspects to my life that I really wanted to focus on, that I knew that I wanted to grow, to enhance, to understand better. So I came up with the following: the spiritual pillar, my physical pillar, my emotional pillar, my career, the intellectual pillar, the environmental pillar, and my social pillar. And I talked a little bit about these. You can go on to Women's Empowerment Coach.us website, click on the Library of Empowerment, and you can already download a worksheet. The small, I want to say maybe 15 to 20 or so pages that you were able to download gives you a sense of those 7 pillars and how they really helped me in my own personal life. Now, I decided to expand upon that and grow it into a published book. So now we are just shy of 100 pages of a workbook. Then each of the pillars are explored in ways in which helps you to deep dive into your own sense of self, your own personality, look at the way that you approach the world around you, and really help you to consider what are some ways in which that you can focus on personal growth, personal development. So for example, let's do the spiritual pillar, and we'll talk a little bit about that and how that can be of help to you. So the spiritual pillar, living with meaning and purpose in life, guided by personal values, is key to feelings of well-being and connection to the larger world. Group and individual faith-based activities, personal meditation, mindful exercise such as yoga or Tai Chi, meditations, And experiencing nature can create the opportunities you just may need for spiritual growth. And then we go into exploring 5 opportunities that you're willing to explore to experience personal growth. And what does that look like? So let's talk a little bit about that today. So when we think of spiritual growth, we're not exclusively talking about religion or going to church or praying. It's more about, what do you feel in your core? So as a Native American spiritualist who has studied the world of Buddhism, which I love to continue to study the world of Buddhism, who was also raised a Catholic, I have a great, I don't know if I would say a great deal of knowledge and insight and understanding, but I would say for myself, it's helped me to find a path in life that I'm really comfortable with. I studied Islam when I was in college, which was extremely fascinating. I studied the Quran for some time. I have read the Bible. I spent a time considering becoming a scholar of world religions, because I think the connection that one has to our spiritual self affects our day-to-day in such a profound way that oftentimes we don't even realize. So I think when we do really realize how profoundly our spiritual selves affect our lives is in times of crisis. So if we are in a time of crisis and you are feeling helpless and you're feeling like you don't know what to do, you can either sort of fall into a depressive state. You can reach out to your counselor or your therapist. You could try to talk to a friend or a family member. Oftentimes people will say, pray about it. Well, what does that mean? If you don't consider yourself sort of your run-of-the-mill religious person, like let's take Christianity, for example. Like if you are not considered, you don't consider yourself to be a Christian who would just say, okay, I'm going to pray on this. What is it about the prayer? What is it about the connection to your higher self, the connection to your spiritual self that brings you comfort in your time of fear or in your time of feeling uncomfortable or you don't know what to do? You are sort of stuck in a situation that you are not quite sure how to remedy, how to get out of. So what does the book do? The book 7 Pillars of Wellness that just published today is an opportunity to explore these pillars of your life, and spirituality being one of them. So I would say the way in which that I have found a great connection to my spiritual self is by getting outside, is by reading books that are focused on one's sense of spirituality, by going for a long walk, by absolutely participating in meditative moments, putting myself into a beautiful space. I've spoken with several of my clients on creating a spiritual place in your home, your meditation corner, essentially so that it's comfortable for you. It's beautiful. It's warm. There's a place for you to put your tea. There is a soft pillow to sit on. The lighting is just right. This is taking an opportunity to create an environment for yourself that is going to allow you to nurture your spiritual self. So in the 7 Pillars of Wellness, I think what is important to recognize is that it is an exploration of yourself. It provides for an opportunity for you to really explore all of these facets of yourself and to write about them. I wholeheartedly believe that as a writer, as a speaker, as a women's empowerment coach, I have found some of the greatest resolutions for myself through journaling, through writing. It is something I have done from a very young age. I still have my stacks of journals that I started writing in, probably in late elementary school, definitely within junior high school, where I wrote my thoughts and worked things out in my head. work things out through paper, through journaling, through the exercise of taking my thoughts and putting them someplace, whether it be in a painting or whether it be through words in my journal. It really provided for an opportunity to do some self-exploration and to decide what my next step would be. If I was in a moment of crisis, or if I was going through some angst, if I was dealing with life's, bowl of cherries that weren't so sweet at one point or another, what were some ways that I found an opportunity to ground myself? What were some of those opportunities that I took to explore how I could find peace and calm and focus so that I can decide what was going to be the next step that I was going to take? What was going to be the next opportunity that I was going to grab onto? How was I going to get myself out of this uncomfortable place that was not serving me well? So that's a little bit about the spiritual pillar. What I also would like to share with you is, let's go into the professional pillar. So what I love about talking about professional pillar is that not only is this for your professional development, your professional self, also you could think about this as business development. Since so much of my audience is filled with women entrepreneurs and business owners, the professional pillar can be considered part of both. Part of your professional development, your professional self, as well as your business development and your business growth. So in the book for a professional pillar, I write the following. The professional or the career pillar, work that utilizes a person's skills while providing personal satisfaction that is valuable for society as well as the individual, is what we seek. Participating in the paid and unpaid workforce means maintaining or improving your skills and helping others. Older adults contribute to society as experienced professionals, caregivers, mentors, teachers, and volunteers. Leisure time vocation in the arts and through hobbies maintain vocational skills. Think about and identify 5 things that you want to grow within your own professional career. This provides an opportunity to have you journal and have you write down with that professional hat on ways in which that you want to improve your professional life. For example, let's say you want to become a better writer. So a way in which that you can do that is you could take a writing class. That is professional development in the skill of writing and storytelling, for example. If you want to learn better ways of carrying yourself, of speaking in public, you can take a public speaking class, or you can take an etiquette course. I love the etiquette courses. My daughter would say, of course you do, because we're all about manners and how to properly conduct ourselves. I find it just, calming, I would say, to be able to hold yourself to a higher level of standards. When it comes to your kindness, when it comes to your professional behavior, when it comes to helping others realize their professional potential. I really love to be cognizant of the fact that there's a way in which you can go across these things by sounding a certain way, by utilizing certain words and phrases, by behaving in certain manners. I think it's what really has allowed me to be successful as a business and professional development coach for women, is because I pay very close attention to those sorts of details. I want to make sure that my clients are comfortable and encouraged and always feeling like they have an opportunity to grow and to learn when working with me. It's something that I find very important to my practice, as well as something that I love to teach as well. How can you be professionally aware of all things in your environment, the way in which that you carry yourself, the way that you prepare your office space, the way that you conduct yourself, the way that you dress for meetings, the way that you carry yourself in your professional way. Now, not to say to dial back on your personality, because as we all know, I love my jewelry. I love to express my native and Spanish cultural heritage, and I oftentimes do that in a professional setting, in a professional environment, which is absolutely okay to do so. Bring who you are, bring your personality, and then just wrap a professional sense of self around it, and you can be both. And you can still express who you are while still being a professional in a professional environment when that is suited to, or when that is called for. So that's a little bit about what the professional pillar encourages you to explore. What are some areas of your life that you want to improve on professionally? Is it something that is the way in which that you communicate? Is it the way in which that you devise a marketing plan for your business? If you don't know how to do such things, will you be hiring someone to show you how to do these things? Or is it something that you are going to take a course on and study and learn for yourself? I think when it comes to marketing our businesses, it's a twofold. I think you should do both. I think you should absolutely hire out someone to do your marketing for you, somebody who is a marketing guru, a marketing genius, because that is their strong suit. That is their focus. That is their professional role. And unless you are in the field of marketing yourself, it might not be your professional role. For example, I'm a business and professional development coach. Can I do marketing? Absolutely. Can I devise a marketing plan? Yes. However, that is not the focus that I want my work to be. I want my focus to be on working with women entrepreneurs and business owners and professional development, professional women who are wanting to increase the satisfaction of their lives, who essentially want to level up. And how do we do that? Well, we look at what you're currently doing. How do you currently behave? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? Do you have goals set? Do you have a calendar that you utilize on a consistent basis? What is it that you do? How do you behave on a regular basis? And how does that enable you to become a better professional, to grow, to learn, to continue to build upon yourself, to build upon your business or your professional position in life, whether you are a business owner or whether you are a professional that works for someone else. How do you continuously build upon yourself? How do you continuously find satisfaction in the day-to-day work that you do? And I think one of the big answers to that is that you journal about it, is you write about it, you reflect about how you are seeing or how what you do today is affecting your outcomes that you are receiving tomorrow. What are the different ways in which that you are able to change the script? How do you flip the script and change the way in which that you behave today so it can positively affect your outcomes for tomorrow? I think that is a big portion of our environmental pillar. What are your surroundings like? Do you have a dark, drab workspace that you're in every day? I've been there. I've been in a basement, dark, drab workspace, and it absolutely did not serve me. I was not very productive. I ended up leaving that position, even though it was with an institution that I loved working for, but I could not thrive in such an environment, and I recognized that, and I had to leave that environment. One of the final things that we'll talk about in regards to the new book, 7 Pillars of Wellness, is the final, which is the social, which is something that I also have to say and be honest, in which I struggle with as well. I think it is because I want to focus so much. I love focusing so much on my work that I have to take a moment to recognize it is important to find balance in my professional self and in my social self. And so what are the ways in which that I find are truly fulfilling that I can be in a social environment today? What does my social pillar look like? So in the book, I write, social interactions with family, friends, neighbors, and chosen peer groups can be so valuable for maintaining positive mental health, personal interaction, even via online meetings, through interesting social clubs, through actual or virtual traveling, and by visiting friends and family. Engaging in intergenerational experiences, like intentionally doing something happy, healthy, and inspiring with generations both younger and older, really brings great inspiration into our lives. And I ask you to list 2 places you really enjoyed visiting and engaging socially, then list 2 places that you want to explore, and then at least 1 person that you want to connect with in the next week. So think about the places that you have been social in. What are those environments that you truly love? Was it the farmer's market? Was it going to the park? Was it going to a game? Was it going to a concert? Some other sort of publicly presented program. My daughter and I recently went to a dance recital. Did we know anybody in the dance troupe? No, but it came up online. I thought it would be interesting. We went, we had a great time. We actually also won a raffle prize because they had a silent auction. And we bid on a fantastic gymnastics experience for my daughter, and she won. So that was even a plus to it. And then, what was it that we enjoyed? It was something new. We actually spoke to new people we had never met before and just made casual conversation. We put ourselves in an environment that we hadn't been in before. And so, yes, we were a little nervous. Yes, we went in holding hands. But it provided for us to explore another area in which that we hadn't really explored before. And that was watching dance recitals. As someone who grew up performing in dance recitals, I remembered how much I loved it, how much I found so much joy in performing on stage as a young girl, doing tap and jazz performances with my friends. And it gave my daughter and I an opportunity to connect on this level that we hadn't really connected on before. It also makes us think about what are some of the other areas that we could potentially try out that could be really beneficial to, my relationship with my child, or provide us with an opportunity to meet other people who have these things in common. So find a buddy, whether it's your child or your bestie, or as Mother's Day is coming up, maybe do something a little bit different to expand your social pillar. Give yourself an opportunity to get out of the house, go do something different, something maybe you've never done before. You might have your reservations on whether you will enjoy it or not, but if it's something different and something new, what do you have to lose? Only the experience. So take that opportunity to look into the things that are happening in your general area and pick something you wouldn't normally go to, or pick something you haven't experienced in the past. Buy the tickets, get yourself there, and just explore. I think we need to consciously make these efforts so that we get out of our spaces. I know for myself, as a business professional and as an entrepreneur who holds an online space for so many, I know that I could thrive with this, one-to-one audience, doing online conversations and programs and teachings. However, it's really nice to just throw on a pair of jeans and some flat shoes and my sun hat and walk outside, go to the park, take my daughter to a festival, to a dance performance, go, to the local, water source in your area and just go have a picnic for the day. So I think in all, what the 7 pillars of wellness really encourages you to do is explore outside of your norm. Take an opportunity to flex those creative muscles and try to think of things that you haven't done in a while or you haven't done at all, and explore them. Whether you're exploring how to improve your professional sense of self, how to improve your social circle, or how to expand on your spiritual practices. I think by writing down what we have done that we enjoy, writing down what is interesting to us that we might want to explore, and then writing down the effects of taking advantage of, getting out into the world and doing something new. we could only benefit from the experience. You may not love it, you may not continue the practice, but it does give you an opportunity to try something new and to expand, broaden your circles, to solidify, to strengthen the foundation of these pillars of life, because you continuously provide for an opportunity for growth. And to experience an opportunity to grow, you oftentimes have to make yourself a little uncomfortable, and that's okay. All you have to remember is do it with grace, do it with good, positive intention, and push forth. Put yourself out there. See what you could explore that you might not have experienced before. And like I said previously, there is only benefit to an opportunity. It's a learning experience. It's an opportunity to learn something new about yourself, perhaps even meet others who really enjoy these other things as well. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this fabulously free Coaching Friday. I'm your host, Miss Vihil Vigil, International Women's Empowerment Business and Professional Development Coach with the Empowerment Empire. Super excited to announce that we have launched the new book, 7 Pillars of Wellness. I will post the link on how you can grab a copy for yourself. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you again next time on Fabulously Free Coaching Fridays.